Welcome back to Breakfast Television. Let's get to business right away. Another face that you haven't probably seen in a while, myself included. There's Kris McCusker. Good morning, Kris. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. Getting up at 3:15 is a completely different world for me.
It is for me as well, but we're bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and we're ready to tell people what's happening in the world.
Yeah, why not do something a little different, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so as far as markets go, we're very likely to see U.S. markets pulling back from an all-time high, at least to start the week. Markets on both sides of the border coming off winning weeks. Now, I'll highlight here that the TSX is actually outpacing the S&P 500 so far this year, just by a scooch. Bay Street up by about 10% this year, the S&P 500 up by 9.9%. So markets still relatively close to all-time highs. There are still these concerns about inflation, and the U.S. Fed chair was on 60 Minutes last night trying to calm those fears, once again downplaying the risks of higher inflation stemming from these sharp increases in government spending and expanding budget deficits. Of course, all of this government spending intended in both Canada and the U.S. and other governments, for that matter, to sort of get our economy out of this pandemic.
So at this point, do you see that we're heading in that direction at this point, Kris?
Every single economist I've spoken to has said that, yes, we are going to see higher inflation. It will be short-lived. So we'll see how that plays out. It's not expected to continue, of course, right? Because, I mean, you look at the Canada jobs data on Friday, that might put a big question mark on how much spending our federal government needs to do with the budget coming up next week. It's a very delicate balancing act. I would not want to be a central banker at this time.
Yes, so everyone needs a crystal ball at this point in order to react properly.
Right. We're also seeing Bitcoin today, Mark, flirting with an all-time high. It's around $60,000 US. The all-time high is just shy of 62,000. And this comes with a company called Coinbase set to go public this week. This would be the largest, or it is the largest U.S. cryptocurrency exchange. Coinbase is due to go public on the NASDAQ. It is the first ever listing of its kind for a major cryptocurrency company. And this will certainly be a test for investor appetite on other startups in this sector. Now, Bitcoin up by almost ninefold this past year, so outpacing equities and all the other commodities. And it's been sort of getting a little more attention. Tesla earlier this year disclosed a $1.5 billion investment in Bitcoin, and more recently started accepting it as a payment for its electric cars, while PayPal and Visa have also started accepting cryptocurrencies as well. So Bitcoin getting popular, and the timing is right for this Coinbase IPO.
I was just about to say Elon Musk puts his name in the hat and all of a sudden everything explodes. And I had only recently noticed that Visa was getting involved in cryptocurrency as well. If that doesn't legitimize it, I don't know what will.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And we're also keeping an eye on a potential deal for Microsoft. It is looking to buy healthcare artificial intelligence company Nuance. Now, Nuance is the company tied to the Siri voice technology system. And this acquisition is got the company priced at about $56 a share. That would be a 23% premium from Friday's close. The deal could be announced as early as today. And Nuance could be used essentially to overhaul solutions that free doctors from taking notes and better predict a patient's needs. This would be Microsoft's largest acquisition since LinkedIn. So we could get an announcement on that today.
Kris McCusker, thank you very much for joining us again. Great to see you. With all our business news, we'll see you again.
Yeah, we'll do it again tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Okay.
As the vaccine rollout continues, could we soon see restrictions for residents who refuse to roll up their sleeves? Coming up, we hear from Toronto's Associate Medical Officer of Health.